guys, I'm Pixel Dan, and this is a review of the Masters of the Universe Classics Optikk figure. The first figure from the New Adventures of He-Man series has hit the Classics line. And while New Adventures is often regarded as the black sheep of Masters of the Universe, I, for one, could not be more excited. Optikk is shipped in the standard white mailer box, adorned with Optikk's name. Out of the white mailer, Optikk is packaged inside the all-too-familiar Classics style packaging, but with an interesting twist. There is now a sticker on the blister bubble containing a new logo for the Space Mutants to show Optikk's allegiance. It's very similar to what we've already seen with the Evil Horde logo being on Hordak's box. But this time around we get an all-new logo, as there was no real set logo for the Space Mutants. The back of the package shows a selection of characters released in the line as always. And then of course, we get a brand new bio for Optikk that attempts to tie the New Adventures series into the Classics story. I think my favorite part of this bio is that Optikk's real name can apparently only be pronounced with a series of blinks. Although I'm having a hard time figuring out how Optikk is able to blink without any eyelids. Now, many have wondered if Mattel and the Four Horsemen could successfully bring the New Adventures characters into the Classics style. And seeing Optikk out of the box, I think it's safe to say that the answer is yes. Even though many of the characters in New Adventures were of different builds and styles than the classic Motu toy line, this new Optikk figure really looks as if he fits right in my opinion. The details of the figure are quite amazing, from the awesome gold paint job on his body, to the intricate details sculpted all around his torso. Hey, check it out, there's even a small dial sculpted into his back. It doesn't do anything, but it's just meant as a cool nod to the classic figure. I love it. Optikk includes two accessories, an awesome laser blaster that is very reminiscent of the one that the classic toy came with, and a brand new shield that easily clips onto the figure's wrist. Optikk also includes an extra head, eyeball thing. So that way you have the option of displaying him with either a green eye or an orange eye. It's kind of a cool concept, actually. And speaking of the eyes, I love how these were pulled off. The green and the orange are both made of a translucent plastic with small orange lines painted over it. It looks really cool. So as I've said, the figure looks like quite an incredible update of the classic figure that seems to fit in perfectly with this new toy line. But let's take a closer look at that body. Even though it all looks perfect for Optikk, a closer inspection shows that he reused the legs from Trapjaw. And check out those arms. Yep, those belong to Trapjaw as well. Or I guess more accurately, Cronus. And look, they even pop out of sockets just like his did. And then there's his torso. Let's take a closer look at that. Okay, so examining Optikk's armor a little closer here, You can see that the detail on the sculpt is really good on this. Like we pointed out before, it's very reminiscent of what was done on the original figure. I think the Four Horsemen did a tremendous job of capturing that and updating it and bringing it to this new figure. Now this is the cool thing about this, because this is not a retooled body. This is actually just a brand new armor piece that is over the standard Masters of the Universe buck. Looking at the back of the armor, you can see that just like with a lot of the other armor we've already seen, it easily pops right off of these two prongs on both sides. Removing the eyeball head allows you to slide the armor right up and off the figure, where we can see that it's nothing more than just a gold painted regular Masters of the Universe buck. Now the only added difference is that attached to this belt down here is the small little piece that covers the abs section. I think that actually works out really well and almost makes me wonder if some of the future Masters figures that have the armor are going to have this built-on piece to cover the midsection rather than having just the flat torso that a lot of people complained about. This is actually a really cool way to get about doing this. It's just attached to the figure. You can see it's on the belt. You can move it slightly, but it's not removable. It's actually a piece built right onto the belt that they were able just to slide right up over the figure to cover the midsection piece. But the armor itself, it's quite ingenious actually. I mean, it's just armor that slipped over the body. So rather than having to spend the dollars to retool a brand new figure to bring in a new adventurous character, they just sculpted brand new armor that looks like a torso piece and does a tremendous job of actually bringing Optikk into the Masters of the Universe Classics line. Alright, it's comparison time, guys. Here's Optikk standing next to his new Adventures counterpart. It really is amazing how well the trapjaw parts worked on this new figure, as he still very closely resembles the original. Since I have long been a supporter of seeing New Adventures characters come to Masters of the Universe Classics, I may be a little biased in saying this, but I really feel like this is one of the coolest figures in the line so far. Optikk was always one of my favorites, and I'm glad to see him get the Classics treatment. Optikk will go on sale in May only on MattyCollector.com. So, we've now seen two of my all-time favorite Masters of the Universe characters released in the Classics line, Optikk and Scareglow. Now I just need a Mosquitor!